Hello friends, welcome again in our online study class. In the first video, we learn why we need an advanced method to determine the right location of the place. Only the directions does not help us to determine the right place. So, which is the advanced method has been developed by the geographers that we have to see in this lesson, and we are on the page number 2. And friends, you can see the figure. It will give us an idea about the size of earth, and these two diameters, east west and north south, these two diameters, that gives us the idea about the length of the earth. This is the figure earth size. Students, just observe it and try to understand. The length of the diameter east west, it is 12,756 kilometers, and the length of the north south diameter, it is 12,714 kilometer. Means from this number we got an idea the earth is not of the circular shape. Why? Because these diameters that are not of the equal length, it is little oval shape. Okay, then this figure will give us an idea about the size of the earth. Friends, you can see these two diameters. These are the imaginary lines, but just think over it. Is it physically possible to draw these lines on the earth? No, it is not possible. Why? Because this will give you some idea about the size of the earth. Why it is not possible to draw these lines on the earth? Because of oceanic waters, uneven nature of the land, forest, innumerable islands of different sizes and buildings make it impossible to actually draw such lines on the earth. Means these two lines, these are the imaginary lines, and physically it is not possible to draw because of oceanic water. These in the bluish color we can see the part of the earth, it is of the oceanic water, and there are 5 ocean. There are 5 ocean. For your homework we have to write the names of these 5 ocean. I will tell you which are they in the next video. First you have to try to find out the names of ocean. Then uneven nature of the land, means uneven nature. Everywhere land is not there. Somewhere mountains are there, somewhere valleys are there, somewhere roads are there, somewhere buildings are there. Means uneven nature of the land. Forests are there, innumerable islands of different sizes and buildings make it impossible to draw such lines. In order to overcome this difficulty, geographers develop a miniature model of the earth is in the form of globe. And to overcome this difficulty, geographers, they developed a miniature model of the earth, and this model or this miniature model of the earth is known as a globe. This miniature earth model is known as globe. This can be used to determine location on the earth. One can actually draw horizontal and vertical line on a globe through, not on the earth. Thus they are imaginary lines on the earth. And these two lines, diameters drawn on the figure, this is prime meridian, this is equator. I will tell you after this paragraph what is equator, what is prime meridian. But before that, these imaginary lines, one can draw some vertical lines and some horizontal lines on the globe, and these lines will help us to determine the right location of the place. So here these two figures are important for us. What is the east west distance of the earth and what is the north south diameter distance of the earth? Means we got an idea about the size of earth. So here to determine the right location, we need to find out the angular distance. We need to find out the angular distance. Same figure is there, angular distance 1. Same, it is of earth. This is north south diameter, means this is north pole, this is south pole, this is west and this is east. Here is the center of the earth. Did you remember? Here is the center of the earth, and this north and south diameter that passes through the center means it is the center of the earth. And here you can see one horizontal line. The location of any place on the earth is determined with reference to the center of the earth. This is the center point M, and the location of any place, maybe from here you can see north 30 degree, north 30 degree X, means these are the names of the points, and we can determine the location of the place and any city from the center of the earth. In order to do it, we consider a straight line joining the points on the surface and the center of the earth. At the center, it makes an angle with the plane of the equator. The measure of this angle is used to determine the location. Here, listen it carefully. This is the center, and this middle line, it is known as equator. And to locate the right location of any place on the globe or on the earth, we need to consider this is the center point, and with the help of this center point we can determine the right location of the place on the globe, and it makes an angle with the center. Here you can see angle X, M and V. It has created an angle of 30 degree with the center, and here you can see V, M and Y. This is the second angle. It makes an angle of 60 degree with the center. And here, for example, figure 1.3 means this figure, the measure of angle XMV, X, M and V, it is of 30 degree, and this is the middle line of the earth. It is known as equator, and equator bisects the earth into two parts. This is northern hemisphere and this is southern hemisphere, and this equator passes through the center of the earth. It is on 0 degree, it is ahead, it is on 0 degree, and it has created the angle of 30 degree with the center of the earth. The angle X, M and V is 30 degree. That is, its angular distance from the equator is 30 degree. Look at the figure and tell the angular distance of Y from the equator. Y here, Y from the equator, you have to tell what is the angular distance. It is 60 degree. VMY. Okay, 60 degrees angular distance it has made. Figure number 1.3 shows another plane. It passes through X. It is parallel to the plane of the equator. X is given, here is the X, and the parallel means equal to the equator, 30 degree north. Ellipse, the ellipse can be seen here. Equator, observe, see how it meets the surface of the earth. Note that it forms a circle on the surface. Any points on this circle and the equator plane from our angle of 30 degree at the center of the earth. This is the center line, means this is the equator, and such type of many of the meridians or the ellipses we can draw. This is the center, and from the center the 30 degrees angle it has made till the X point, and the ellipse is drawn here. Means with the help of this angular distance we can tell the right location of a place, and we can mention it with the right way. For example, it is in the, this north is there, means it is in the northern hemisphere, and here you can see south, means it is in the southern hemisphere. Means because of the equator the earth is divided into two parts, or it bisects Earth into two parts. This is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere, and this angular distance helps us to find out the right location. Did you understood? For your activity, here one figure is given. Just you have to use figure number 1.4 and try to answer the questions that are given. Simple it is. In the next video I will explain it again, but just for today we learn about the angular distance and we learn the size of the Earth.